So let's talk about littering, because I know you and I have kind of a different opinion about that. So I look at, my son is in school, and sometimes I go in there to pick him up or whatever, and there's an enormous trash barrel filled to the top with PET water bottles, because everybody brings them into school and they put them in the barrel. And when I was in school, and probably when you were in school, there were water fountains.
Right.
So there was a way to have things for the kids to drink that you didn't have to bring either it's a reusable bottle or a disposable bottle into school. And I think in some ways consumers are really being pushed to the limit around what they can do with their trash. Things are designed in society for disposal. And you know, I really feel like most consumers want to dispose of things correctly. I know there are some people that throw stuff on the ground, but I think the vast majority of us really want those trash cans. We really want a place to put our things and take care of litter. So I'm just curious about your position on that.
Well, I've got a few thoughts. They have done studies on littering, and we know that 81% of litter is people intentionally dropping things. They literally stand there and watch them flick the cigarette butt or drop something on the floor. So we know it is intentional, although as you said, many people may be behaving well, so it's not just things falling out. People always say the plastic made its way into the environment.
Yeah, right.
Like somebody dropped it on the floor or the aluminium can, right?
Right.
And then we also know that littering decreases as you put these trash cans closer and closer together.
Right.
So it turns out that littering is at a minimum when there's a trash can every 20 feet, which is 8 steps more or less for an adult, right? So, and even then, people are still dropping some trash, which is shocking to me. So I think you're right that we do need people to be responsible for the environment. We need people to have a good heart and to realize that they shouldn't be selfish and just drop things. We need trash cans and all of that kind of stuff. We might need fines to make people who are not such good people become better people.
Right.
But this idea that we can just drop stuff on the floor and it's going to magically degrade in 10 seconds like a Harry Potter film, it's just not realistic, because those materials which do degrade very, very quickly are less green and cost more money.
Right.
So it don't really make sense.
So having support for the consumer so that they can be responsible with their materials, I think is essential.
Yeah.
You know?
And let me be clear, the greenest solution is tap water. I don't think anyone should be having a plastic bottle if they don't want one. And it astounds me that people argue about plastic straws and paper straws. Just don't take a straw.
Right.
And people seem to think that increased recycling is going to clean up a waste problem. If I drop a bottle or a can on the floor, it's not going to leap up of its own volition and be recycled. You see, it doesn't matter what the recycling process is, it doesn't clean up the floor. That's a human problem. And so that's the key as a scientist. In every case, you have to look at what is the real problem. And when it comes to litter, scientific studies prove it's people behaving badly. So you have to do things to encourage them to stop doing that.
I mean, waste management the onus is on the society to really manage how we live our lives and how we clean up after ourselves. Right. And there will always be waste that we need to take care of. It's just a matter of making sure that we're not ignoring it, that we're doing the right things with it.
Yeah.